Hello friends, good afternoon. Welcome to my channel, The Open View. Today, I have chosen to talk to you on a very uh, on a case which has recently been decided by some magistrate in Surat, and in which the leading opposition leader, Mr. Rahul Gandhi, was sentenced to 2 years imprisonment under Section 499 read with Section 500 of Indian Penal Code. Excuse me. Now, this is a case which pertains back to 2019, and it is also in the knowledge of the public that the person who initiated this criminal defamation case against Mr. Rahul Gandhi had also sought stay, meaning thereby he himself initiated to halt the proceedings against Mr. Rahul Gandhi in that particular court, magisterial court. Now, you see what prompted now, at this point of time, to go back to the court and say, lift the stay and proceed with my defamation case against Mr. Rahul. So, these are the facts. I don't have the verdict, but what I have been able to observe from the newspapers and news, that now, after all, what has prompted this complainant to go back to the court and say that I want to proceed with my defamation case against Mr. Rahul Gandhi? The point here is whether some political motives were there or something else was there. I would try to draw your attention towards the latest events which has taken place in 2-3 months time span. As we all know that Mr. Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, he has visited the Oxford University in UK, London, and delivered a lecture there where he exposed the present establishment in India and the political party BJP. And before that also, one very important event has taken place that you all must be remembering, and you should not be, the public should not be oblivious about it, that Hindenburg report, which exposed the wrongdoings of one of the richest men from India, Mr. Adani. And the, the impact of that expose on the economics of your country. Now, government is not coming forward to inquire into the issue of Adani. And obviously, in a democratic setup, it is the duty, bound on constitutional legal duty of the opposition, that they should take up this issue in their state assemblies, in Parliament of India, during the sessions, or even special sessions can be called for on such grave issues which concerns your economy, which concerns the whole banking system of your country. Which might lead to a stage of disaster even, if not looked to this issue of Adani properly. So, cumulatively, according to Mr. Gandhi, Rahul Gandhi, the data which he collected and from his own prudence, what he observed, and being a leader of the leading opposition party, Congress, it was his duty to expose, to question about Adani, because it involves the economy of the nation. The fate of the people, particularly the poor masses of India, depends on what has happened, what has done by the Adani group of companies. So all these issues were discussed, raised during the visit of Mr. Gandhi in UK, his lectures in Oxford University, his press conferences there. And then Mr. Gandhi insisted questioned the present setup, establishment, and asked about Adani and Mr. Modi. He requested to speak him in the House of Parliament. But he was not allowed to speak in the parliament in a country where democracy, a country which is treated as a mother of democracy in the world, the largest democracy in the world. And there, the representative of the people, member of parliament, he wanted to raise certain pressing issues for the nation, which concerns the nation, but he was not allowed to do so. No, you compare, you take into consideration all these events which has taken place in 2-3 months time and how it has impacted the present setup, the present establishment, the BJP party. After all, why? They do not want to say something about the wrongdoings of the Adani Group on the Hindenburg report on Adani, which needs to be discussed, debated in the House of Parliament and take some decision on that issue of Adani. To my mind, it seems that the present setup don't want that the Adani issue should be discussed, or for that matter, it should be raised in the House of Parliament. Now, suddenly, the complainant who filed this defamatory complaint, criminal defamation complaint in the year 2019, then sought stay on his own petition complaint to halt the proceedings. Then suddenly he emerges, comes before the court and say, I want to proceed with this complaint. I leave this matter to the public to understand what is this going on. The proceedings are taken up, finished, and sentenced. And see, the sentence to 2 years imprisonment. He was convicted, Mr. Rahul Gandhi is convicted for 2 years imprisonment. And thereafter, immediately, he is disqualified from the membership of the parliament. Can you imagine this? So quick justice. To whom? I tell you that I am accused, defendant accused. I am defending the accused in one of the defamation, criminal defamation complaint here in Jammu. I am counsel for the defendant accused. And the matter relates to 2014. And today it is 2023. In 9 years' time, the said complaint in which I am defendant, accused, counsel for the accused, that matter is pending. Despite my request to the magisterial court, the matter is not speed up. And now it is 9th year. The same criminal defamation under section 499 read with section 500 Indian Penal Code. And here the matter ends. The central point which I want to focus, I want you should people focus. You go to the Google, search about, this is a task for you. Central point I will tell you, but this is a task which I want to give it to you. Go to the Google, search that how many people had been convicted so far, and if convicted, what was the duration of their sentence? How many of them have been convicted for 2 years? Because the maximum imprisonment is 2 years in defamation case, criminal defamation case. Now, coming back to the central point where I want to draw your attention is that MPs, Member of Parliament, their disqualification procedure is laid down under in Article 102 of the Constitution of India. This article enumerates the disqualifications of a Member of Parliament. Now, relating to this, there is a statutory provision. There is a legislation, Representative of People's Act, which all deals with the conduct of the elections, the procedures, and all that. There is section 8.3, section 8 subclause 3, the last clause, which specifically say that the Member of Parliament can be disqualified removed if his imprisonment is 2 years and above, meaning thereby that to remove the member of parliament, it is mandatory according to the statutory law, that according to the statute, that the minimum punishment should be 2 years. Only then the member MP can be removed from the parliament. Now, it is for you to think that a defamation complaint, suddenly the proceedings commences. The process is completed. Then the sentence is also announced, 2 years. Imposed on Rahul Gandhi, who is a member of parliament. And there, the necessary requirement, essential requirement of the law for the removal of the member of parliament is 2 years. And accordingly, quickly, everything is speed up. Quick justice, speedy justice. The Gandhi is removed from the membership of parliament because he was convicted for 2 years. The requirement is completed. It suited. So this is the central point where I want you to use your wisdom. The masses. After all, what is happening? We all know that in any democracy, dissent is the hallmark of constitutional democracy. If there is no dissent, there is no democracy. A very simple test of democracy. So, this is the focal point. Imprisonment 2 years, requirement of People's Representative Act, Section 8, Subclass 3. The requirement for disqualification is 2 years minimum. 2 years, 2 years. It eases. The conviction eases the parliament to remove the membership of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Now, there are options available to Mr. Rahul Gandhi, and his legal team must be looking to it. Let's see what happens now next. But it has happened. This is really deplorable that we cannot dissent. If today the discussion should take place, that should take place on this central point. I have also given you the example of my own criminal defamation complaint in which I am defending one of the accused person, and matter relates back to 2014 and today is 2023. Still that matter is pending. It has reached nowhere despite our beseeches to the magisterial court. And here it ends. Don't you think that some purpose is there? इस कंट्री में आप केसेस देखिए, उनकी पेंडेंसी देखिए, कई कई साल जो है वो केसेस जो हैं कोर्टों में पड़े रहते हैं और उसका कुछ नहीं होता। और यहाँ पे केस शुरू हुआ और खत्म भी हो गया। तो ये सारी बातें जो हैं, क्योंकि डेमोक्रेसी में हम अपोजिशन को रिमूव नहीं कर सकते। अगर अपोजिशन नहीं होगी तो डेमोक्रेसी हो ही नहीं सकती किसी भी हालत में, क्योंकि द सब्सटेंस ऑफ डेमोक्रेसी इज criticism, dissent, discussions. You have constitutional right to question the government, to question the representative. Because all these governments are made not by the God, but by the power of your vote, which you don't understand and also don't like to understand. This is why your condition is like this. So focus on my central point. There is one legislation which requires removal if conviction is 2 years or more, and it is fulfilled. Hopefully you will consider what I have said. And this is very important for the masses to understand such things for better future, for better building of your nation. Thank you. Thank you very much.